Hello everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. Today I've got a cute little thank you card for you. I need to be making some more thank you cards, so I thought I'd make this one. Now I have used 3 stamp sets, but one was just for the sentiment, so the sentiment I've got, sending many thanks, comes from the stamp set Petite Petals, but you could use any sentiment you wanted to. I just really like that one because it's got so many sentiments. And the little flowers come from the stamp set Petite Petals, and you can actually get the matching punch with that as well. And my butterfly comes from Papillon Potpourri, and yeah, so I mainly use these two, and I just stamp a heap and cut them out with my scan and cut. But I do believe you can get the elegant butterfly punch, and also there's a bitty punch that you can get. So, but I like just to stamp a heap and then just punch them all out, and then with my leftovers I just pop them into a cellophane packet. And so I've got some ready if I ever want a butterfly, as long as it's the right colour. I've got a few leftovers there, as well as flowers. So I really liked how this one turned out. It was a bit fiddly, but we'll see how we go. So we'll get started. So this time I'm going to use Island Indigo as my base. So that's 11 inches long by 4 1/8 of an inch wide, and then scored at 5 1/2. And I've put my white piece of paper in, and I've just stamped a couple of butterflies in there so it's not completely blank. So I can put that to the side for now. And then using a piece of rose red, I embossed it with the Petal Burst embossing folder. Means to be my favourite embossing folder at the moment. And this piece of rose red measures 5 1/4 inches by 3 7/8 of an inch, and that will just fit on our piece at the front when we put our card together. And then I got a piece of shimmery white, and I embossed that with the Petal Burst as well. And then I popped that through my Big Shot with the stitch shape framelits. I seem to be a bit tongue-tied today. Stitched shape framelits. And that is the largest oval in that set, and it will just go in the center like so when we put it together. Now I've pre-stamped and cut out my flowers. So I've got Elegant Eggplant, Island Indigo, Sahara Sand, and Always Artichoke. So they're the 4 colours. I do suggest you choose 4 colours. I've cut out way too many, but they'll just go in my cellophane packet, whatever's left over. So to start with, we'll just pop them over to the side. I'm going to bring in my grid paper so I don't make a mess everywhere. Now I'm going to glue that onto the front of my card. So because it's embossed, you just need to make sure you get into those grooves. In this case, the leaves being Petal Burst, just get a bit into the grooves. So just down all 4 sides. And then just a bit down there. And then we're just going to hopefully put that on as straight as I can. So I just move that a little bit. And I can see there's a little bit of glue coming out at the top there, so I'm just going to get the cotton bud and wipe that off. So turn it over as usual, and I just like to give it a bit of a wipe. So that's the first layer. Okay, inside our card, and that's the first layer. Now I'm going to glue on the piece that goes in the middle. You could go this way if you wanted to, but I like it this way. So I'm going to, it's embossed as well, as I said, this is shimmery white and it's embossed with the petal burst. So I just put a fair bit of glue in the middle because it's embossed, because I want to be able to move it so it's straight. So you don't have to be so fussy as me, but I just like it to be centre. So that's that. Now I'll just put my glue upside down for a minute so it doesn't block. Now I've already cut out, using rose red cardstock, a piece which with my scallop punch, which was 1 3/8, and then I've just stamped on a piece of shimmery white my sentiment, sending many thanks. And then using my smaller scalloped punch, which is 1 1/8, just makes life easy. I'm just going to just get that exactly where I want it in the punch. And then once you've got it where you want it, you just squeeze it together, see it's not going to go anywhere, just punch it and voila. We've got our little sentiment. So then I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on the back, like so. And just grab my tweezers, give them a bit of a push. Then I'm just going to peel off the backs. It's quite a warm day here in Queensland, Australia today. Wherever you are, it could be snowing, couldn't it? So I'm just going to centre that. And then because I really want it to pop off the card, I'm going to put dimensionals underneath the rose red colour as well. That's up to you. You can just glue this, instead of doing the dimensionals, you could just glue that straight onto the card if you wanted to. But because I'm using the flowers, I just want the sentiment to really pop. So it's just really nice when you do use colours that go with each other. So this is Island Indigo, Rose Red, and then I've used the shimmery white. And I think it's quite a nice combination. Okay, so you could even leave the card like that and just write in it. I mean, I think that's quite a nice simple card, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to add, so we'll start with the blue flowers, and I just like to use my bone folder and do a little bit of a twirl. Actually, no, I'm going to start, yes, because my butterfly is blue, I just don't want the butterfly colour to be the same as the flower next to it. That's what I'm thinking, but we can have these ready to go. Now some I'm going to put dimensionals on and some are just going to be glued to the card just to help give the card a bit of dimension. Then I've got, so this is Always Artichoke, so it's a green colour, and I find it's really good for when I'm stamping my trees as well as flowers. So we'll just get those three ready. So I like to start off when I'm laying these flowers with my card. I spent so much time layering them down, seeing where I wanted to put them, and I change it. So this time all I'm going to do is I want to make a triangle to start with. So using the Always Artichoke, I'm going to pop so it's like a triangle, and then we're just going to fill in here and here, and we'll leave this blank. Okay, so just make sure those petals are up. Now we're just going to glue these three down first, and so it's moving around a little bit, but that's okay. It just takes a couple of seconds for that glue to take place. So may just, so we'll just pop the second one down. About there. There's no wrong or right way how to do this, but I just like to pop my first three flowers down and then I start filling in the middle. This is the most consuming part of the card, so I haven't stuck that one down yet. So we'll just stick I think I'll just stick that one down there. So you don't want the same colours next to each other if you can help it. So that's how I start. So now I'm going to bring in the blues. So I'm going to grab a dimensional, a big one, the normal size ones, to go under there, just twirling up my corners as I go. And then I'm just going to press that down there. Now I'm going to bring in another colour, which is Elegant Eggplant. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to slide it underneath that Always Artichoke, twist it up there a bit. Okay, so then before I'm going to put a flower here on dimensionals, and it may cover that area a little bit where I want to put a pearl. So with my original card I used rhinestones, so you don't have to put the pearls down. I just think it adds to the card, just takes it to that next level. And I might as well put one on that top one while I'm at it. So I've done purple there. So then I need to put I'm thinking of putting the butterfly there. I'll just put it there just so I can see. I'm not sure yet. So we've got artichoke, we've got elegant eggplant. So this is a Sahara sand. Looking for my bone folder and it's right under my nose. So I just want to curl that up. Now I'm just going to grab a dimensional and pop it under there. Now I'm not going to put it right up there. I'm going to bring it down because you don't want your flowers all in a row. Like that. And one more pearl can go on there. And then that one's finished down there. So we've got two Always Artichokes. So we got an Always Artichoke up there. So we've got two blue. Might do another Sahara sand. And I'll put it on the blues. Oh, that one's not even glued down yet. Silly me. So we'll just do that blue one in place. So I'll just slide it in a little bit. And then with the Sahara sand one, I'm going to just pop a dimensional on the back of that, and it's going to go between these two. the blue colour and the Always Artichoke. So I'm going to pop it, not so it's in line, but out a little bit, but just so it's covering the oval. And I'm just going to pop a pearl on that one. So you can see it's not a hard card, it's just layering the flowers really. So I've got 2 blue, so I don't think we'll put any more blue. We've got 2 green, 2 Always Artichoke, 2 Sahara Sand. We need another Elegant Eggplant is what we need. So we've only got about 2 more flowers and put the butterfly on. So I'm just going to grab a dimensional actually I'll go up this way because I've got a Elegant Eggplant down there, and I want to try and fit 2 more flowers in, so that one needs to go right up there, and you can see that I've got it right over on this side. And I've got 2 blue, green, so we've got green, we've got 2 Sahara Sand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I'm using more flowers than I did in the first. So I've done purple. So what I might do is actually put a second blue, just see if I can if I can slide that under. I don't think so. So I'm just going to add a dimensional there because there's not enough space to add 2 more flowers. So there's actually 10 flowers on this card, whereas my original card only took 9. And it'll be different with each one that you do. What I could do is bring that in there. And I'll just see if I can fit another one on the side here, which is the same colour, but I think it will be alright because I'm going to put a card on top of it, a flower I should say on top of it. So I might actually put, yeah, so we'll just, we can actually put, so this one isn't the same colour, it's a Sahara Sand. So I just don't like putting 2 colours that are the same next to each other with this style of stamp that we're creating. So we'll just so we're nearly finished. Oops. So we want to get this one under here and into the center a little bit. Now I'm going to put a pearl on it, just in case. So I'm just going to get my tweezers and bring that petal up so it's sitting up onto that scalloped edge, and then this last flower, I'm actually going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of this one so it sits above, because this one has dimensionals under it as well. So it sits up like that. So just press it down till it adheres. Okay, so just one more pearl on that I keep wanting to say butterfly. So then I'm just going to do the same with this. I just curl up their wings with the bone folder, and then I'm just going to put a couple of pearls. I always start at the bottom. So these little guys usually only have 2 pearls on them. Okay, just get all that out the way. And then I'm just going to, because I want to slide that in there like that, we just need a little bit of glue just on the bottom. Like that. And then we're just going to slide him in so he's a bit, I want him to be a little bit over this flower. And just press him down a bit, just till the glue takes. That. So you could add another butterfly most probably if you wanted to. As you can see, I've got a couple cut out. I think it's better just with that one, really. Yep. So that's our card for today. So I hope you got a few little flowers that you can make into your own card like that. And just use whatever you've got on hand, as I always say. Now this is the original one I did, and this is the one we've done today. And I don't know if you can see in this, but by using the shimmery white, the shimmer really shows through on the sentiment piece, and on this piece, the shimmery white, it really shows through really nicely and just glistens, whereas this is just whisper white. I prefer the shimmery white. So I hope you'll give those cards a try, and thank you for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting.